Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. If you've never seen this before, this is not at all a religious show. As a million people have. Oh shit! Hold up. Well, this camera's not gonna work. Might not work out well, but we'll see what I can do here. But damn. All right. Y'all got to deal with some of that blurry shit. Sorry. Anyway, again, like I said, welcome to the Morning Glory. If you've never tuned into this before, this is not a religious show. Despite what a million people have asked me whether or not this is a show about giving glory to Jesus and stuff, and I had to politely say no, it's not even close. No, it's not. That's not gonna happen on this show. In fact, I kept telling him like this show is very not at all Jesus-like, at all. So yeah, it's kind of what it is. But it is whatever comes up in my head. If anyone's heard, if you ever heard the phrase "taking the morning glory" because you take your morning dump, this is literally me just dumping out whatever's in my brain right off the top of the head early in the morning. And today's, it's weirdly enough, kind of contemplating this whole Bellator thing. Look, let's start off with Kimbo Slice. Obviously, he was suspended, but he got busted for PEDs, and he was suspended. God damn, it's bright today. He was suspended for 90 days by Texas Athletic Commission. Get the actual fuck out of here with that stuff. You're gonna be suspended. You're only gonna suspend this dude 90 days. There we go. For taking some shit that could have killed somebody. Mind you, what's his name? Dada almost killed himself 5 times or whatever the fuck he said it was. It was like 2 times Dad in the cage or something. But regardless, 90 days for PEDs. Shit. That's not as bad as Anderson Silva only getting a year for that, and Nick Diaz getting 5 years for weed. But at the same time, 90 days for taking PEDs is fucked up. And then, of course, shameless ass Bellator and Scott Coker put him in the main event in London. Now, mind you, legally they could do that. You know what I mean? You could take, it was Texas that did the suspension, Texas in the U.S. and all that. And, obviously London's not at all regulated by any U.S. commissions, but it's still, fucked up. And it's got everybody talking about it. Now, here's my take on it. On one side, I'm like, that's fucked up. You can't be, what message are you sending to fighters everywhere? And, young fighters and fighters that are in your promotion alone. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's business. And I was talking to Andy yesterday on Twitter. He made a really good point. Because I was one of my friends who's a fellow MMA fan. I was talking back and forth with him. And he was saying that everything Bellator is doing makes it seem like they're not at all about MMA. They don't care about the sport. They don't care about making it legit. They don't care about anything about the actual thing. They only care about money. And Andy made a good point. That's kind of the point that Andy was making. That they might care about sport, but they care more about numbers. And it's true. When you're governed by a company or owned by a company like Viacom, it's about the numbers. It's about the views. It's about the dollars. It's literally what it is. Now, mind you, it's the same thing with UFC and Zuffa. But I can at least say they've done a few things. The backroom bonuses, all that stuff. That kind of sort of make it better. Hey, what's up, Andy? Kind of sort of make it better or a little better, but it is all about the numbers and stuff. And right now, and like Andy was saying yesterday on Twitter, it's people want to see that shit. You know what I mean? If people didn't want to see circus shows, Bellator wouldn't put them on. You know what I mean? And the numbers prove it. People tune in for that shit. I mean, how many tuned in for Shamrock, Gracie? How many tuned in for every little circus fight they've done? So it's sad. To me, it's sad. It's stupid. Whatever. But they did announce Kimbo Slice versus James Thompson 2, and they announced Koscheck versus Daly 2. I'll watch Koscheck Daly 2 because they hate each other. They legitimately hate each other. So I'll probably watch that. But of course, I'm gonna watch the train show. It's a freak show. Sometimes you just want to see it. How many times have you been able to look away from just a tragic fucking accident? It's hard to look away. It really is. It's weird. You know what I mean? Hold up. All right. So that's that. As far as Saturday went, I didn't watch Bellator because once again, Bellator comes on 4 hours after, and it's not about staying up late and watching it. It's about already knowing who won. I just don't care to watch it anymore. You already told me the result. I'm like, whatever. Glover Teixeira knocking out Rashad Evans. I expected that to happen. Not as early as it did, but I expected it to happen. Now the question is Rashad Evans done? They had this post-fight interview with him Not the one in the cage, but the one afterwards in the back. And Rashad Evans looked like he knew he was done. You know, I don't know what you guys think about that, but he's a little emotional. You know, talking about he needs to get himself back and all that stuff. And at his age, I don't know if he can get that back, as far as, you know, athletic competition goes. I just watched the Russian Chicks fight. How was it? I didn't get to see any of it. I just didn't care anymore because I knew who won. But yeah, Rashad Evans, you know, I think he's done too. As far as Thug Rose getting her decision win, that was cool. I'm cool with that. I thought it could have gone either way. But I think Rose was just a tiny bit more active. It was all right. Yeah. Look, Bellator. Real quick on the Bellator thing on the women's side of it, they're signing very inexperienced fighters that are just gorgeous. You know what I mean? They're testing the thing where it's like if you put a hot woman behind, you know, in front of a camera, you're gonna get a lot of people to tune in. And they got pretty good looking fighters over there right now, female fighters that are gonna throw down and stuff. And some of them, I mean, even in some of the videos I've seen on YouTube from Bellator, the interviews, those girls know they have, you know, one of them said something, well, I know I only have like 2 fights at MMA, but I'm getting this big responsibility by being signed by Bellator. It's like, dude, they're hiring hot chicks to see if if guys will tune in to watch them fight. And they will. So it's not a stupid move. It's just a kind of a, all right, you know, whatever move type of deal. Scott Coker pissing a lot of people off now, though, so it's kind of funny. But that's like we're acting like the UFC is an angel. You know what I mean? Like the UFC does everything correctly. They don't. They're doing the same thing now with Diaz and McGregor too. I mean, you know, it's not as asinine as what Bellator is doing by putting on freak shows and shit, but it is, you know, about the numbers for them too. So, you know, people taking sides between UFC and Bellator, you know, to me it's kind of stupid because they're both doing basically the same thing. Just one's doing it in a much more obvious fashion for everybody, to where, you know, the UFC doing Diaz McGregor too. Most of the hardcore fans is like, why the fuck would you do that? It's the money. The casuals are going to tune in to watch it. We're all going to tune in and watch it, mind you. But the casuals are for sure going to spend that Bud Light money, 100%. So, kind of is what it is. We kind of just got to roll with it. Other things in MMA, I can't really remember. Michael Chiesa choking out Beneil Dariush. That was legit. I thought for sure Dariush, you know, kicking the shit out of Chiesa's legs early was gonna, you know, fuck up Chiesa's game plan. No, it worked pretty well for him. Got the rear naked choke, got the win. You got to give him a top 10 spot too. You were surprised about Michael Chiesa, but you know, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. I'll give you that much. I was not at all surprised. Michael Chiesa is a bad motherfucker on the ground. Here we go again with the blurry shit. Michael Chiesa is a bad motherfucker on the ground, and he forget MMA itself, just follow Muay Thai. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Who knows? That might actually work out for a lot of people. Follow Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. That's what I would say. But I wasn't surprised about Chiesa winning. I was surprised. God damn it! I was surprised that Beneil Dariush wasn't able to. I guess it's a little better. That wasn't able to knock him out. I thought for sure, you know, Dariush, you know, being a black belt in Muay Thai. By the way, I fucking didn't know you could belt in Muay Thai. And that's what Mike Goldberg said on the broadcast. Beneil Dariush is a black belt in Muay Thai under Rafael Cordero. I'm like, oh, okay. But I knew you could level up to like pro class and all that shit, but damn. But fuck. I thought for sure he'd be able to knock him out, TKO him with the kicks and stuff, or, you know, throw some body stuff, something like that. But it wasn't able to happen. So either way, I got to give Chiesa a lot of credit. Mind you, I didn't watch this card live at all. I had to watch the replay yesterday, or at least most of the replay. And it just, you know, again, when you know who won, it's not very exciting. Who else fought? Oh, Rocky Pennington and Bethe Correia. Kind of what you expect from both. I expected something better from Rocky. She looked alright. She didn't look good or great. She looked okay. I thought she could have fought way better. But Bethe Correia is a one-trick pony. She's done. Just let it go. You know, she's not gonna come. You know, she got that title fight because there was no one else around. And that was before Holly Holm. Everyone thought Holly Holm was ready. But Betch Correia is a brawler, and she's not gonna do jack squat. So I mean, I guess to keep her around as a body to like throw in a fight and shit, but she's not gonna make another run to the title, and it doesn't seem like she's gonna improve very much. She improved a little bit. She wasn't a complete fucking shit show in this one, but she just went back to brawling a little bit, and Rocky's a real technical fighter. She did hit Rocky quite a few times, I'll give her that, but I wasn't impressed with Correia whatsoever. And I expect a lot more from someone that goes to ATT, or I think she went to ATT, I think, for a little bit, so it's interesting. I was talking about Glover Teixeira versus Anthony Rumble Johnson after the show. I would be alright with that if... I'd be okay with that if they're gonna do Jones DC for sure next. And kind of unfair for both Glover and Rumble to have to wait for that DC Jones fight, probably in New York, whatever it's gonna be. It just sucks. It's kind of unfair for them to wait for it. Rocky should have pulled the trigger sooner. Agreed. I thought she was going to too. I thought she'd be, in and out, like smooth ass technical striking, but. Betch did manage to land some shots and brawl a little bit. So it's kind of hard to do that, I guess, when you got a giant or just a heavy puncher just trying to smash your face. And actually landed a few times. It's kind of what Nate Diaz did up with McGregor. McGregor landed a straight left quite a few times, and Nate was right. He rarely, he doesn't get hit by that punch very much. So he got lit up a little bit. So I think fuck it. Let's talk about that. There's a lot of people on Twitter going, "Oh, Conor's gonna make things right. Conor's gonna make things right." He lost to a Nate Diaz that was on 10 days' notice at 170 pounds. Get the fuck out of here with that. Are you serious? Mind you, Conor might win, but to once again underestimate Nate Diaz and disrespect him, or at least not give him his due. From the last fight, from his entire career, is fucking stupid. And that's why people hate McGregor fans. That's why people hate McGregor fans a lot, because they bought the bullshit. And they're not just McGregor fans in the sense that and they're not just McGregor fans in the sense that they cheer and they root on Conor McGregor. They're McGregor fans in the sense that they picked up McGregor's fucking attitude that he's invincible. So they almost act like Conor McGregor. The McNugget excuses are ridiculous. They're awful. They're stupid. It's for people that don't understand the sport. Look, let's be honest. There's very few Irish fans that were actually watching the sport before Conor came around. You know what I mean? Then Conor comes around, everyone starts watching it. But that hasn't been very long. He's only had like 6-7 fights in the UFC. You know what I mean? And, to where Nate's had like 20 plus. So for a real MMA fan to have seen that matchup and not thought. So I'm talking about the potato goblin. He's washed up. I'll tell you what, he might not be completely washed up yet, but this next loss to Nate, if it happens the way I think it is, it'll end it. It'll end it for him. A trained Diaz will kill him. I agree. I think a full camp Nate Diaz, and he's not gonna get hit by left. And it'll probably end the same way, I think. So it's unfortunate for McNuggets. Yeah. So anyway, real quick, because I got to go here in a couple minutes here. Okay, so I've been training jiu-jitsu again. I started over again for about a week and change, and I love it. It's been awesome. I did injure my back a little bit in training. Not injury. I thought it was just soreness, but it now feels like an injury. But I don't know what happened exactly to where we were working breaking guard and all that, and I was in somebody's guard and I was breaking out of it and whatnot. And after the class, my left lower back was just super sore, and so I was like, all right, well, I just gotta ice it up and then and take care of it. I'll be all right. The next day I went and trained, weightlift there. I trained over at a CrossFit gym, and because it's been working out pretty well for me. It's worked my cardio and my strength up way like a ton. So I can't knock it. I used to make fun of CrossFit a lot, by the way. So, and I still do. While I'm doing CrossFit, I make fun of the CrossFit shit. So, yeah. So they, I don't know what happened, and I might have made it a little worse then. But earlier last week, one of my friends let me know that he had signed up for this competition over in Phoenix, a CrossFit competition, and And, you know, the plan was to have like a bunch of people from where we trained there, and nobody signed up. It was just him by himself. And he's the one guy I trained jiu-jitsu with, so I didn't want to, you know, bail on my teammate, on my friend. So I was stupid and I signed up for it. And it wasn't anything different that I hadn't done that I couldn't do. But no, these CrossFit competitions are insane. I was laughing the whole time. Like, it was like, not laughing, but like in my head I was kind of laughing because I was like, people really fucking take this really super serious, and I didn't at all. But I mean, I still tried hard and shit, so it was cool. But after the whole competition was over, that left lower back is fucking shot. Like, it hurts. To like do certain movements, anything to move to my right side for some reason hurts my left lower back. So I'm gonna be out of jiu-jitsu and CrossFit for at least a couple days. See how it feels on Wednesday. Still gonna go to class or to jiu-jitsu. I don't want to like miss out on lessons and shit, so I'll at least sit there and watch and try to take notes and shit. But it's unfortunate, the getting injured part of this whole thing. So that's my little jiu-jitsu update. I'll probably be doing jiu-jitsu updates every once in a while. I do not like this camera whatsoever. Seriously. Oh shit. Oh look, and it just broke off. See, look, hold up. That shit right there is connected to some shit that's in the back of this phone. So luckily, I'm gonna drive this, so we were alright. Yeah, coffee time. Anyway, alright. What do we got coming up this week? Might do something tomorrow night. We'll see. It depends. I got a new thing I'm gonna start doing. Mixing up the keyboard warriors thing, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know about that. It might be a little different people, and it might not. It might hit, it might not. We'll see. I want to make that show more than once a week and have that be like the main thing, but we'll see about that. And I know I'm breaking the fourth wall big time. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know future plans and shit. Might do a show tonight. It depends. And other than that, just the usual stuff. Just trying to pick it back up. I've been slowing it down. I had to take a little bit of a break. I was spreading myself way too thin. So now I feel a little better and everything. I try and get back to it. I'm a little more smart about it. And try to make sure I stay as, what do you call it? Not continuous. What the fuck? Consistent. As consistent as possible with the shows and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe, hopefully some good things are coming. That'll make this a lot easier to do, or at least give me more time to do this stuff. But we'll see. So this weekend, UFC 197, if I'm not mistaken. The only reason I know that is because EBI 6 is on the 24th, and it's the day after UFC 197. So that's the only reason I remember that. So I'm more excited for EBI than I am for UFC 197, to be honest with you. But is what it is. Anyway, hopefully catch you guys later on today. Again, I do the afternoon dump shows when shit actually goes down there's to talk about. Anything goes down today, any breaking news, we'll definitely talk about it. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks, Andy, for tuning in. Daniela, saw you on here. Everybody else that watches this, appreciate it. I guess tell your friends and share it or whatever if you can. I really would appreciate that. If not, all good. Just keep tuning in. Later, Andy. And I will catch you guys in the next one. All right. We're one day closer to death. Make every day count. And yeah. Go sign up for jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai. Later.